Welcome to another video tutorial. In this video we will see the coagulase test, the purpose of coagulase test, the principle of coagulase test and the procedure of coagulase test, how to perform the coagulase test. First of all, purpose of coagulase test. The coagulase test is typically used to differentiate Staphylococcus aureus from the other gram-positive cocci. Mean Staphylococcus aureus is differentiated from the other Staphylococcus. Mean Staphylococcus aureus is positive for coagulase test and other Staphylococcus are negative for coagulase test. Principle: Staphylococcus aureus is an opportunistic pathogen that can be highly resistant to both normal immune response and antimicrobial agents. Its resistance is due to, in part, to production of coagulase enzyme. Coagulase work in conjunction with normal plasma component to form protective fibrin barrier around the individual bacterial cells or group of cells, shielding them from phagocytosis and other types of attacks. Coagulase enzyme occur in two forms: bound coagulase and free coagulase. Bound coagulase, also called clumping factor, is attached to the bacterial cell wall and react directly with fibrinogen in the plasma. The fibrinogen then precipitating, causing the cell to clump together in a visible mass. Mean fibrinogen is converted into fibrin in the presence of coagulase enzyme. Free coagulase is extracellular enzyme released from the cell that react with the plasma component called coagulase reacting factor CRF. The resulting reaction is similar to conversion of prothrombin and fibrinogen, mean prothrombin to thrombin and fibrinogen to fibrin in the normal clotting mechanism. Two forms of coagulase test have been devised to detect the enzyme: the tube coagulase test and the slide coagulase test. The tube coagulase test detect the presence of either bound or free coagulase, while the slide coagulase test detect only bound coagulase. This is the main difference, these two. Both tests utilize the ribid plasma treated with anticoagulant to interrupt the normal clotting mechanism. The tube test is performed by adding the test organism to ribid plasma in the test tube. Coagulation of plasma, including any thickening or formation of fibrin threads within 24 hours, indicate positive reaction. The plasma is typically examined for clotting without shaking after 4 hours because it is possible for coagulation to take place early and revert to liquid within 24 hours. In the slide test, bacteria are transferred to the slide containing small amount of plasma. Agglutination of the cells on the slide within 1 to 2 minutes indicate the presence of bound coagulase. Equivocal or negative slide test results are typically confirmed using the tube test. Here you can see the coagulase test on the slide. Emulsion of Staphylococcus epidermidis negative, which is negative for coagulase test on the left side. Here you can see the negative test of coagulase, and Staphylococcus aureus, which is positive for coagulase test. Here you can see the on right side, which is prepared from normal saline. Agglutination of coagulase plasma is indicative of positive result for bound coagulase. Here you can see the formation of bound coagulase on the slide. Here you can see the coagulase test tube test or coagulase tube test. Here you can see the coagulase negative Staphylococcus epidermidis, which is below test tube. Here you can see this is the coagulase negative test, and other one is coagulase positive, which is Staphylococcus aureus above, which is more pathogen as compared to Staphylococcus epidermidis. The coagulase increase the bacterial resistance to phagocytosis and antibodies by surrounding the infecting organism with a clot. The slide coagulase test procedure: divide the slide into two portions or two sections with a grease pencil or using the grease pencil. One should be labeled as test and other should be labeled as control. Place 2 drops on each section, 1 drop on each section, and then emulsify 1 or 2 colonies of Staphylococcus aureus which is grown on blood agar. Each drop take a smooth suspension. The test suspension is treated with a drop of citrated plasma and mixed with the needle. Don't put anything in the other drop that serve as control. The control suspension serve to rule out the false positive due to auto agglutination. Clumping of cocci within 5 to 10 seconds or even 1 to 2 minutes is taken as positive. Some strains of Staphylococcus aureus may not produce bound coagulase, and such strains must be identified by a tube coagulase test. The other test is the tube coagulase test procedure. Take a three test tubes are taken and labeled as test, negative control and positive control. Each tube is filled with 1 ml of 1 into 10 diluted rabbit plasma, mean 1 ml of rabbit plasma into 9 ml of normal saline. To the tube labeled as a test, put 0.2 ml of overnight broth culture of test bacteria is added. To the tube labeled as a positive control, put 0.2 ml of overnight broth culture of non-Staphylococcus aureus, and to the tube labeled as negative control, put 0.2 ml of sterile broth. All the tubes are incubated at 37 Celsius and observe the suspension at half hourly intervals for the period of 4 hours. Positive result is indicated by the gelling of plasma, which remain in place even after inverting the tube. If test remain negative until 4 hours at 37 Celsius, the tube is kept at room temperature for overnight incubation. This is all about today's lecture. I hope this will be helpful for you. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.